Hello everyone. In our last class, we started with the theory of annuity. So let's revisit these topics and then we'll move forward. So the first thing that we talked about was what is annuity. When we talk about annuity, we are talking about a payment, equal payment in equal interval of time, like rent. Every single month we make it in the beginning of the month or at the end of the month, and we pay the same amount again and again. LIC premium or loan installment, anything that the amount remains the same, the duration remains the same, that is known as annuity. So equal payment in equal interval of time. Depending upon when I make the payment, in the beginning of the term or at the end of the term, it segregates it into two types: ordinary annuity and immediate annuity. Ordinary annuity or annuity regular is when the payment is made at the end of a term, at the end of an year or the end of half yearly, at the end of quarterly, whatever it is. And annuity due or immediate annuity means when the payment is made in the beginning of the term. If the question does not even say anything, then it is ordinary annuity. For immediate annuity, it will always be specifically mentioned that I am talking about immediate annuity. Yes, if nothing is mentioned, then it will be ordinary annuity. Then only for the theory, see, these things are used in the sum. The theory that we talked about, annuity certain and all those are only theory. We don't need it in the sum. So what was annuity certain? When I know when it is starting and when it is ending. Contingent annuity, when the annuity ends on the occurrence of an event, on your death, your life insurance policy is going to end, or when your child goes to for higher studies, then that FD is going to end. So whatever is that case, that type of an annuity is known as a contingent annuity. Then there is an annuity that goes on forever, something that goes on indefinitely, that continues forever. Such an annuity is known as perpetual annuity. Now, as we discussed earlier also, see, while reading the question, the first and foremost thing that we need to realize is whether it is a normal principal amount, present value, future value question, or it is an annuity question. How will I know that? If there is only one single payment, it is present value, future value. And if there is a payment that you either receive or you make again and again, it's an annuity question. Once you know that it is an annuity question, you need to then ascertain whether it is a present value annuity question or it is a future value annuity question. For example, it is loan. I took a loan of 10 lakh of rupees, and in order to repay that loan, I'm gonna pay rupees 10,000 every month, where interest is calculated 10% monthly. Agree? The duration is not mentioned. So I took a loan of 10 lakh of rupees. So loan will become, what is loan? Value, always. Loan will always be present value, right? And now, in order to repay the loan, what we are doing is we are making a payment of 10,000 every month, again and again and again. So this 10,000 will become my annuity. So this question will be present value and annuity. The rate is given to be 10%, but that is for the whole year. We'll convert it into monthly. The time will be whatever is given. Suppose if I say that I'm making half yearly payment of 50,000 rupees, and so that at the end of 7 years I get a sum of rupees 20 lakh. I'm making a payment of rupees 20,000 every half yearly, so that at the end of the term, that is 7 years, I get a sum of rupees 20 lakh. So in this case, what will become? This 20,000, I'm making this payment again and again. So this becomes annuity. And what am I going to get? I'm going to get a sum of rupees 20 lakh at the end of 7 years. So this amount I'll get in my hand after, later on. So that will be known as future value. Clear? So in case of annuity, the question can be of present value annuity also. It can be future value annuity also, right? So if I once decide that, okay, the question is of annuity, I need to then ascertain whether it is a present value annuity question or it is a future value annuity question. Yes. Once you do that, then we will decide whether it is an ordinary annuity situation or annuity regular, immediate situation. If nothing is mentioned, it will be ordinary annuity or regular annuity. And if it is said that it is in the beginning, or the payment is made in the beginning of the term, or payment is made right now, then it will mean immediate annuity. So there are three things we need to decide. First, whether it is annuity or not. If there is a multiple payment, okay, it's annuity question. Then I need to decide whether it is present value or future value. Once you know that, then we will move on to whether it is ordinary annuity or it is annuity. Done? Once we have decided any of these things, then we will know which formula to use. because there will be 4 formulas, one for each of the categories. Clear till here? Everybody online?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll read these questions. It's not a sum, it's just to see whether you can identify or not. We'll read the question, we'll see what has been given to us and which situation does it come under. That's it. It's not a sum, it's not complete question. Okay, I've just given you instances. Okay, first, Mr. X taken a loan of rupees 10 lakh. It's loan amount. So as soon as we hear the word loan, loan is always
Ordinary.
no.
Present value.
Present value. Loan is always present value. So this 10 lakh will become present value. Done? Payable in yearly installment of 1 lakh for a period of 12 years. So I'm gonna pay rupees 1 lakh for 12 years, 12 times. So I'm gonna make this payment again and again. So it is a case of annuity and this payment is made again and again. So this is my annuity. Agree? This is my annuity and annuity is denoted by capital R. Present value is premium. Yes. So this situation is present value annuity. It does not mention that whether it is in the beginning or it is in the end. So it is ordinary annuity. It is ordinary annuity. Understood? Agreed? Online agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Mr. Y deposits rupees 10,000 every month. So every month the payment of 10,000 is being deposited. So this 10,000 will be annuity. So this is our, because it is made again and again. And he will receive rupees 5 lakh at the end of 5 years. After 5 years, I'm going to get a payment of rupees 5 lakh. So this 5 lakh is future value. Again, the word end is already written. So this is a situation of future value, annuity under ordinary or regular. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Third, Mr. Rama will pay rupees 1 lakh in 10 installments at 10% per annum in 10 years. Mr. Rama will repay rupees 10 lakh in 10 installments. What is this? Rupees 1 lakh.
Present value.
Online. What is this 1 lakh?
Future.
If I'm repaying something, that means I've already taken that amount. I'm repaying 1 lakh. That means I already took 1 lakh, which I'm now going to return. So that means this 1 lakh is my loan. That's why I'm repaying. Yes or no? Yes or no? So this 1 lakh is my loan. So what is loan?
Present.
Present value. And I'm going to return this in installment. That means I'm going to make 10 payments again and again. So this is annuity. So this is present value annuity question. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Online, everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Mr. Sham deposited rupees 1,000 per month at 10% per annum for 10 years.
Rupees 1,000 is annuity.
This is per month. Every month I am paying for 10 years. So this is annuity. Here nothing is mentioned. I don't even know whether it is present value or future value. The only thing I can guess is if the question would have been yes, since I'm depositing, that means I'm trying to save. Why? So that in my future I get a huge sum in return. So this will be if the question would have been find the amount receivable. If later on the line would have been find the amount receivable. Find how much will you have accumulated in 10 years. Since I'm depositing, I'm going to take it out after 10 years. So this will be a question of future value annuity. Understood? So out of present value, future value, one of it will be there. Annuity, time, rate. There are 4 things. Either you will have one of it, present value or future value, one of it will be there. Annuity will be there. Rate will be there. Time will be there. Out of these 4, 3 will be given. We have to find out the 4th. Understood? Online understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, coming back to the formula now. If you remember, I said that when you are moving to the later part, if I go moving forward, I am getting interest. It's added. So, it will get multiplied. And if I am coming back, will divide. So, here, times 0, 1, 2, 3, n installments. Rate is r%. So, my compounding value will be 1 plus I. What is I?
R by 100.
R by 100. So, my compounding value is 1 plus I. So, in 1, I have invested rupees R. In 2, I have again invested R. In 3, I have invested R. In n, I have invested R. So, now you are moving later on. I want to find out future value. So, this compounding value will get multiplied. This here it will get multiplied n minus 1 time. Here it will get multiplied n times. From here till here, n minus 1 installment. From here till here, n minus 2 installments. Here, n minus 3 times. So, the interest will get multiplied. It's going to get added. So, every single time in R, compounding value is going to get multiplied. And then using geometric progression, we can find the value of future value. So, future value will be something R 1 plus I to the power n. It's going to get multiplied. Yes or no? But if this would have been a scenario for present value, R, 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 compounding value is 1 plus I. If I would have wanted to find present value, I'm going to come back. Yes or no? So, from this R, I'm going to divide my compounding value. So, it will be R divided by 1 plus I. Then R divided by 1 plus I whole square. R divided by 1 plus I whole cube and so on. So, if you bring a term to the numerator, the power becomes negative. Online, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm telling you a hint how to remember the formulas, right? So, again using GP, we'll be able to decipher and we'll be able to derive the formula. And the formula will contain the term 1 plus I power minus n. The formula will contain 1 plus I power minus n. Yes. So, in future value, it gets multiplied. So, the power will be positive. In present value, the compounding value gets divided. So, the power will be negative. Yes? Yes? Let's write down the formulas. Future value. That depends on ordinary and due. If it is ordinary, it starts from 1. If it is due, the payment will start from 0. Huh? Present value. Again, we need to have formulas for 2 scenarios, ordinary and due. Ordinary annuity. Sorry. Or regular. Here it will be annuity due or immediate. Or immediate. Future value R 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 by I. Power will be positive. And the same formula, when it goes to due, only one term becomes extra. Same thing, just multiply it by 1 plus I. Present value. Negative power, it's getting divided. Yeah. Whole. Minus n minus 1 whole thing by I plus R. Be careful of the last formula, it's a different one. Done? Let's try this question now. Mr. X deposited rupees 2000 per year for 8 years. Per year for 8 years. So this is what? 2000 will be what? Annuity. Yearly annuity. For 8 years. So this is my N. N is always the number of installments. Yes. Rate is 10% per annum. So this is going to be R straight away. So automatically my I will be R by 100. That is 0.1. My compounding value 1 plus I will be 1.1. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How much amount he will receive after 8 years? So it is a question of
Future.
so future value, ordinary or due?
Ordinary.
How do you know that? Nothing is mentioned. So ordinary annuity R 1 plus I power n minus 1 by I. So R is 2000, 1.1 to the power 8 minus 1 divided by 0.1. So do it with me. Those who can't, clean your calculator, make sure. First 1.1, first 1.1, press multiplication, then equal to. Count from 2 to 8. 6, 7, 8. You should have 2.143 something. Then subtract 1. Then subtract 1. When I do this, I have already calculated this part. I have calculated this. Yes. Multiply it by 2000 and then divided by 0.1.
Two two eight seven 1 point.
Answer is 22871.7762. All of you? This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
our answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All of you
ma'am.
got the answer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Question number 2. Question number 2. Mr. X borrowed. Borrowed is loan. Loan is always.
Present value.
So this is present value. To buy a house, if he pays equal installment for 20 years at 10% per annum. So if nothing is mentioned, it's yearly. If nothing is mentioned, it is ordinary. Yes. So 20 years, N is 20. This is 10%. So that's my R. That is my R. So my I will be 10 by 100, 0.1. 1 plus I will be 1.1. Yes. Formula present value R 1 minus 1 plus I power minus n divided by I. Yes. So
Yes,
2,50,000 1 minus 1.1 to the power minus 20 divided by 0.1. Yes. My
Yes,
fault.
ma'am.
My fault. We have to find annuity, present value was given. We have to find
Yes,
out the amount of installment is annuity. We have to find out annuity, present value is given. Yes?
yes, ma'am.
So let us first calculate this. So 1 divided by 1.1. 1 divided by 1.1. Power is negative, na? So 1 divided by 1.1. Yes? Then press multiplication and start counting from 2 till 20. See, if you would have watched the calculator tricks video, you would have noticed, see here, 1.1 power minus 20. This means it is in division, right? So what I am doing is I am multiplying 1 by 1.1 20 times. So 1 divided by 1.1, then press multiplication and then press multiplication, then count from 2 till 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done? Then change the
Yes.
sign. Change the sign. You have a plus minus option. Use that and change the sign. You should have a minus on your screen. Then add 1 to it. Divide it by 0.1. So what you have done is you have calculated this value. Yes, in your screen you should have 8.51 something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what we want to do is we will take it to the other end. See this, don't write this. 8.51 something something. And here we have 2,50,000. In our next line, what we will do? In order to calculate this, we are going to divide 2,50,000 by this term. So what we'll do is, if I take only 2-3 digits, the answer will vary a lot. So we will save this in our calculator and then we'll divide 2,50,000 with this saved value. Yes? So press M plus. Press M plus. Now 2,50,000 divided by MRC equal
29,364.90.
29,364.906 something something.
Yes, ma'am.
Rest of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No.
Everybody done? Should I wait for someone? Should I wait for someone?
No, ma'am.
Try. Outstanding amount. Start. Compute the loan amount. If I want to compute the loan amount is always,
Present value. Present value.
so we have to find present value. Okay. Of rupees 5,000 is paid every year. So I am paying 5,000 every year. So this is 5,000 will be
Annuity.
annuity. Every year at 14% per annum for 7 years, compounded annually. So normal ordinary annuity present value formula. Normally ordinary annuity present value formula, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
R
ma'am.
1 minus 1 plus I power minus n divided by I. I will be 14 by 100.14. See, right now I am teaching you, that's why I am writing so many things. In exam, it's a direct calculator. So you should be so easy going with the formula that you remember it at the tip of your tongue and you can directly apply it in the calculator. Yes? So I want to calculate present value. Annuity is 5,000. 1 minus 1.14 to the power minus 7 divided by 0.14. Make sure, remember to clean your calculator. Yes? One divided by 1.14. press multiplication. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Change the sign, add 1, divide by 0.14 and multiply by 5000. Answer? Yes.
21441.5.
21441.5241971. You should have this as your answer. Rest of the students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot allow you all to mess this chapter up. If you are not able to get it, please let me know. Drop a text. I'll read it. Drop a text if you are not able to get the calculations. Or if you are still, reach me out in case you are not getting comfortable with the calculators. We'll do the tricks again. You have to know this chapter at the back of your head. Next, let's read this. Mr. X purchased a TV that cost rupees 13,000, making a down payment of 3,000. So what is down payment? I wanted to buy something. I have only 3,000 rupees. So I gave that payment. How much is still left? 10,000. I don't have that. Usually when we are buying a car, we are buying a house, that is what we do, right? So amount that I have in cash with me or I have with me right now, I'll make that payment as the down payment. Whatever is the remaining amount, I'll take a loan for that. Yes? So automatically here the TV was costing 13,000. I made a down payment 3,000 right there. So that means 10,000 is still left. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a loan of rupees 10,000. The remaining amount becomes my loan. So I've taken a loan of 10,000 which I'm going to now pay by yearly installment. So automatically it is going to cost me more than 10,000 because the interest will also get added. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here my loan amount will be
10,000.
10,000, 13,000 minus that. And loan amount is always
Present value.
present value. Very good. Agree to pay balance in 4 yearly installment. So number of installment is 4. Complete compute hoga. This will be compute. Find the amount of installment if the rate of interest is 14% per annum. So R is 14. We want to find out annuity. R is 14%. So I will be 14 by 100. That is 0.14. 1 plus I will be 1.14. If nothing is mentioned, this will be ordinary annuity.
Yes, ma'am.
So present value R 1 minus 1 plus I power. I'm writing the formula again and again so that when you see it, every single time you will be able to memorize. So make it a habit in the initial time. Present value is 10,000. R 1 minus 1.14 to the power minus 4 divided by 0.14. 1 divided by 1.14 multiplication equal 2 to 4. 2, 3, 4. Sign change. Add 1. Divide by 0.14. So I have calculated this. Store it with the calculator. Then I am going to divide 10,000 by that. What is R?
3432.04783244.
Very good. Rest of the students. Rest of the students.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Should I wait for someone? Okay.
Ma'am, can you do it one more time?
The calculation part or the sum?
Calculation.
Okay. Have you cleaned your calculator?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start. 1 divided by 1.14. Yes?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is in your screen?
0.877.
Okay. Now press multiplication. And now we are going to press equal. Since the power is 4, I'll start counting from 2, then 3, then 4. So press equal to sign and count from 2. So 2, 3, 4. What does it show?
0.592.
Perfect. And now before this I have a minus sign, right? Right now I don't have it. So you should have a plus minus symbol in this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Press that. As soon as you press that, your screen will show a negative sign.
Yes, ma'am. And then we should add.
Now add 1. So the numerator is done. Now divide
Yes,
it by
ma'am.
0.14. What do you see?
2.91.
So this is the value of this entire right side. But what I want to do is, I want to take that right side down and divide 10,000 with it, right?
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
want to first have 10,000, then I'll press revision and then I'll write this value. Do you agree?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we will save this value. Press M plus. As soon as you press M plus, it is going to be stored in the calculator. Now without doing anything else, just type 10,000 in your calculator. Press the division symbol. Press MRC and press equal to.
Okay, ma'am. 3432.0.
Got it?
Yes.
Everybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now
Yes.
in this question, supposingly I would have said that I purchase an asset, say TV only. I purchased an asset and I made a down payment of 3,000. I did not tell you that what is the cost of the TV. Right now in this particular question it was given. That is missing now. I purchased a TV. I made a down payment of rupees 3,000. Right? Whatever the amount was left, I took a loan of it and I'm now trying to repay it in 10 years by making an yearly payment of 20,000. In 10 years by making an yearly payment of 2,000. Again, I made a down payment of rupees 3,000 to purchase the TV whose cost is unknown. Whatever balance was left, I took a loan for it. And in order to repay that loan, I am paying 10 installments. 10 years, I am going to pay a sum of rupees 2,000 at 5%. What is the cost of the TV?
2,000 will be considered annuity, and putting that in the formula will get the amount. That's the present value loan.
Okay, perfect. So, first of all, what I want to find out is what was my loan amount. Loan amount is always present value. Annuity, time and rate is given. So, using annuity, time and rate, we will first find out the present value which is going to be my loan amount. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose that loan amount comes out to be 60,000, for example, the calculation. So, in that TV, how much cost have I? Down payment of rupees 3,000 and now I took a loan of rupees 60,000. So, what is the actual cost of the TV?
63,000.
63.
63,000.
Loan amount plus down payment. Cost of the TV is always loan amount plus down payment. Right now here also, this was the cost of the TV. 10,000 plus 3,000. Loan amount plus the down payment 3,000. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Same question is this. A person bought a house paying rupees 4,000 at the end of each year for 25 years. So, I am paying rupees 4,000 every year. I am paying rupees 4,000 every year. At the end of each year for 25 years at 5%. A line is missing here. If down payment was rupees 20,000. Down payment was rupees 20,000. So, in order to purchase a house, I first made a down payment of 20,000. Whatever amount was left, I took a loan for that. And that loan I am repaying using rupees 4,000 every year for 25 years. So, what will I do here? Online, what will I do? I'm waiting.
Ma'am,
What
the
should-
cash down price is 1,70,908.
I don't have an answer right now.
0.3955.
First, you tell me process. How will we get it? What should we do?
First, we will find present value annuity because the rate of
Perfect. First, let's find out the loan amount. Loan amount is basically our present value. We'll first find that out using annuity R. This is our time and that's our rate. So I will be 0.05. 1 plus I will be 1.05. Present value is R. 1 minus 1.05 to the power minus 25 divided by 0.05. This is my loan amount. And then whatever answer I get, I'm going to add 20,000 down payment because that also I made. I'll add both of them. So cash down price. This cash down price is a loan amount plus down payment. So let's find this out first. एक ही बार डिवाइड करता किसी के साथ भी हाँ हाँ
Ma'am, 56,375.7782,712.
Okay, I got something else. 1 second. Huh? I made a mistake, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23. And say add 1 divided by Answer?
56375.
Final answer.
375.77.
Five six three seven 5.77. Then add 20,000. So final cash down price. Cash down price is 56375.77. Online, did you get this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Try. Try.
Ma'am, 20 is N or 20 is
No, 20
yearly.
is after. They have already done that calculation. 20 half yearly installment. So number of times I'm going to make the payment is 20. N is 20. So a man purchased a house costing 3 lakh. We made a down payment of 2 lakh. So automatically my loan amount will become 1 lakh. And that is my present value. Right? As down payment, balance in 20 half yearly installment. So N is 20 at 12% per annum. But this 12% is for the whole year. Now we are doing it half yearly. So this 12% will become
6%.
6%. That's my R. So I will be 0.06. 1 plus I will be 1.06. We have to find out the installment. That means we need to find out R. Hana? So R 1 minus 1.06 to the power minus 20 divided by 0.06. Calculate.
13387.87.
Ma'am, 8718.4556.
मैम कैलकुलेटर क्लीन नहीं किया था.
बहुत बढ़िया था. It happens to the best of us. Be very careful in exam. Rest of the students.
Done. Ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
All of you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts till here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Try. Abu retires at 60 years. Okay, will do this. What single sum? Abu retires at 60 years, receiving a pension of 14,000 a year, paid in half-yearly installments. If he expects his life for another 13 years, what single sum is equivalent to his pension? What single sum is equivalent to his pension? See, understand first. The person is going to get 14,000 in the entire year in two half-yearly installment. That means you are talking about 6 month structure. So in one installment, in one 6-month criteria duration, what is the amount that the person is going to receive?
7,000.
7,000. So that becomes my annuity because that amount he is going to receive every year. Now, if he expects his life for another 13 years, that means we are expecting that this 7,000 we are going to get for 13 years. So 13 years is entire year, but we are talking about half yearly installment. So in those 13 years, how many payments will he get?
26.
26 payment at 4%. So we are going to calculate it as
2%.
2%. Fine.
2%.
Now understand, pension is going to get in the future. So he is saying that getting every 6 months 7,000 makes no sense to me. What will I do in 6 months? You give me only a sum of rupees 7,000. What will I do with it? So the person says, Abu says that I don't want you to give me every 6 months 7,000 rupees. What I am saying is you calculate the rate. What you are saying, the increment is going to be 2,000%, right? So calculate that in today's rate. What is the single sum? Suppose if you pay me 7,000 for 13 years at the rate of 2%. If you would have paid me, it would have costed you something as a whole. Instead of that, you pay me an equivalent amount of that today, so that I can use that single sum to open a business or do something with it. I don't want you to give me 7,000 rupees every month. I don't want you to do that. What I want is you find an equivalent amount of that. Something that gives me an equal amount of that, not actual exact value. Why? Because the inflation is also there. The interest is also getting added up. I don't want you to do that. You find that on today's market rate, what is the amount that is equivalent to all those payments that you are about to give me for 13 years. And that one payment you give me today, so that I can use it for my purpose. Agreed? So this single sum, when do I want it? I want it today. This pension I would have got later on, but I don't want that. What I want is instead of that, you pay me today a single amount and then you are free. Yes? So what I want is today's payment. Today's payment will be what? What I'm asking you to find is today's equivalent amount. Today's equivalent amount will be what? Present value?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? This concept is known as commuted pension. Instead of getting monthly or half yearly or quarterly or yearly pension, you give me a single sum equivalent to that pension today, so that I can use them all at once, either to open a new business or for my house or for some pension, right? So that it becomes useful to me. Yes? So what we want is, instead of getting 7,000 every 6 months, I want a single amount today. Today, that's why I'm talking about present value. So R 1 minus 1 plus I 1.02 power n divided by I. Yes. So 1 divided by 1.02 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 26. Sign change, add 1, divide by 0.02, multiply by 7,000. Answer? Answer? Guys, answer?
1,44,948.28.
No.
140847
Yes.
counted for 0.
Rate is always yearly. Always. So whatever they ask us half yearly, quarterly, we always have to do it. If the rate of subtract. Whenever you are given two rates, subtract. We'll come to those questions. किससे पेंशन बढ़ रहा होगा अमाउंट? ये 4% वही है कि इंटरेस्ट रेट की जगह द वैल्यू ऑफ मनी बेसिकली. हाँ, तो ये 4% वही है, इन्फ्लेशन के हिसाब से डील किया वैल्यू. ऑनलाइन डन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Try. A person invests rupees 500 at the end of each year with a bank which pays interest at the rate of 10% per annum. The amount standing to his credit 1 year after he has made yearly investment for the 12 times. It's a great question. It's also there in your module and it is one of the most common question you see from that exercise. It's like after you have done a couple of sample papers and you will do a couple of past year questions, you will see that this is one of the most commonly repeated questions. So at the end of after a month or so, you'll always but just by looking at the option, you'll be able to mark it. It's that important and common. First, understand what is this trying to say. And can anyone explain it to me? Last वाला line समझ.
Ma'am, got the answer.
Anyone would care to explain?
Ma'am, after making 12 installments, what will be the amount that will be present in the bank? Like,
No. Anyone else has another answer?
After making 12th installment, we need to calculate the simple interest for an additional year.
Simple interest. There is no simple interest at all. Simple interest will be 1 or 2 questions and the word has to be mentioned. Otherwise, every interest is compound interest.
Now, after 12th payment, we need to find that value. 13th payment wala.
Nice. Okay, let's read the question. A person is investing rupees 500 every year. The interest is 10%. Fine. How many times did I make the payment? Yearly installment for the 12th time. That means I am paying rupees 500 12 times. Do you all agree?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I did is, supposingly, I made a calculation that after 12 years, suppose I'm going to make another business venture. I'm going to invest in something. Okay. So what I did is, I started keeping 500 rupees every year. And I asked the bank that I will need it because after 12 years, I have decided to buy a property. Right. So I don't want to have a huge SIP or something. So I created this. 500 is a very minimal amount. So I made the payment for the 12th time. That means 12 years has passed by. So now the motive is to take that huge sum of money. This will be what? Future value, because I'm going to get the payment after 12 years. Yes, I have made 500 5-year payment 12 times. So 12 years has passed by and I've got an interest of 10% on it. So after 12 years, there's a huge sum of money waiting for me to withdraw. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what does this
Yes,
line
ma'am.
says now? The amount standing to his credit 1 year after this. So what happened is, imagine, in that year, when the 12th payment was completed, my situation, my annuity got closed. Now I have to withdraw that amount. Now that year, I did not see any good investment option. So I said to the bank that you extended for 1 more year. Will the bank allow? No, because it was already ascertained that I'm going to make the payment for 12 years. That's why the rate 10% was fixed. So I cannot extend my annuity ever. I cannot do that, right? So I have to close my annuity after 12 years. Yes, so I have to withdraw a huge sum of money, but I don't want to take it home. Why? As soon as I take it home, I'll find some nitty-gritties or some XYZ option where I can make that payment, use that amount, and I will use the investment option that I've thought of. So what I said is, I'm not going to withdraw the amount. I give the same amount to the bank that you keep it for 1 more year. So will the annuity extend? No. I'm not paying the annuity 1 more year. I'm not paying annuity 13 times. No. I'm paying the annuity only 12 times. So only 12 years I'm going to get the annuity benefit. Then what I did is, after 12 years, I did not withdraw that amount. I asked the bank, you keep the same amount. That withdrawal amount, that future value, you keep it with yourself. Yes. After 1 year, credit 1 year after 1 year of it, that means in the 13th year, I'm going to take that amount. So till 12 years, I'm going to get the annuity future value. Then the last 13th year, I gave that future value to the bank and asked that you keep it for 1 year. So I'm going to get a normal interest of 10% compound interest, and that I'm going to withdraw it after 1 year. Sorry. So for the first 12 years, annuity installment is going to be considered annuity rate. And for the last 13th year, normal present value, future value will be carried. So let us first find out that if I would have made a payment of 500 for 12 years, what is the amount that would have been receivable at the end of 12 years? Let us find that first. What is the amount that will be receivable at the end of 12 years? Amount receivable at the end of 12 in the year. That is 12 times I made the annuity. Future value formula 500 1 minus 1.1 to the power plus 12 divided by 0.12. Guys, is this part clear till here? Plus 1.12 1.1 to the power 12 minus 1 by 0.1.
10,692.14.
One zero six nine two. Don't clean your calculator. Keep it as it is. Is this what you have got?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So after making 500 payment or annuity for 12 years, this is what the bank was telling me to withdraw. That at the end of 12 years, take home 10,692.14. Yes, but did I withdraw that? No. What I did is, I gave that amount to the bank for 1 year. So now what I did is, in the 13th year, how much amount did I give the bank? 10692.14. And will that be considered under annuity? No. I'm not making any more deposit. I've already done this. So this 10,692 is with the bank for how much year? 1 year. So I'm going to get an interest of 10% on it. Yes or no? Yes or no? So add
Yes, ma'am.
10% interest to it for 1 year. Add 10% interest. How much do we get?
11,768.3560719.
All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Guys, did you
Yes.
all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Try. Raja, aged 40, wishes his wife Rani to have rupees 40 lakh at his death. If his expectation of life is another 40 years and he starts making investments now, this now will mean
Present value.
no. Now does not mean present value. The investment is starting from now.
Immediate.
Annuity due. The payment, the investment is going to start from today. So this means annuity due. And Raja want his wife to have 40 lakh when? At his death. And he is expecting to die after 30 years. So he wants this 40 lakh after 30 years.
Future value.
Yes or no? So this is future value. So the question is future value annuity due. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys,
Yes.
understood? This 40 lakh, if the person wants his wife to have at his death. So after 30 years, he wants this 40 lakh of rupees, right? So 40 lakh he'll get in the future. So 40 lakh becomes my future value. And the investment starts from today. So it is annuity due. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And for 30 years, so this is my N. At 3% compound interest, that's my R. How much should he invest annually? So we are trying to find out R. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So future value or annuity due formula. 1 plus I power n minus 1 by I into 1 plus I. Future value
Yes, ma'am.
40 lakh. R 1.03 to the power 30 minus 1.03, 1.03. One 1.03 times 30 minus 1 divide by 0.03 multiplied by 1.03. Calculate this, press M plus and divide 40 lakh by this. ठीक है. Answer, guys.
81628.1915441.
81628.1915. All of you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Any problem? Guys, any problem?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
A good question. Right. Suppose your parents decide to give you 10,000 every year. Every year is annuity. Starting from today. What is today?
Annuity.
Annuity due.
Annuity due. For the next 5 years. So N is 5. You deposited the amount in bank and received 10% interest. So R is 10%. If I would not have read the last part, then I'm depositing every year 10,000 for 5 years. So the entire build-up was for future value. That I'm going to withdraw the amount after 5 years. It's going to get me a huge sum of money after 5 years. Yes? So the entire build-up, the storyline was going towards future value. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
they asked me at the end present value. Even though it is contradictory to the story they were telling, don't use your brain. They have asked future value, give them future value. Doesn't matter. The logic is completely against it. It doesn't matter. Whatever they ask us, find that. It doesn't matter what happens. The story build-up was future value. If I'm depositing every year 10,000 rupees at 10%, that means I'm going to withdraw it after 5 years when I get 18 or 21 or whatever it is, right? So that means they should have asked me normal scenario, future value, but they asked me present value. So that is against the storyline, but it doesn't matter. Whatever is the storyline, whatever the questions has to find that. Yes. So we have to find present value under annuity due. Formula R 1 minus 1 plus I power minus n minus 1 divided by I, add R. R is 10,000. 1 minus 1.1 minus 4 by 0.1 and add 10,000 to it. 1 divided by 1.1 multiply 4 times. Sign change, add 1, divide by 0.5, multiply 10,000, add 10,000. Answer? Answer?
41698.65 double
41698.6544.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you got this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did we do till now? We talked about first simple interest and compound interest. In compound interest, then we talked about half yearly, monthly, quarterly payments. Then we talked about effective rate of interest. Then that same principal amount scenario got changed into a new terminology, present value and future value. This was one payment question. Then we went on and studied multiple payments again and again that come under annuity. In annuity till now what we have talked about is normal annuity, ordinary or due, present value, future value. It is either present value ordinary question, present value due question, future value ordinary question, future value due question. Yes. So till now it was basic, no story build up, nothing. What we have later on is story build up question. What will happen if I have a specific motive? For example, I'm in the construction line, not exactly in the construction line, I rent construction equipment. So suppose I have a JCB, usually they have a shelf life of say 10 years. So I purchased it, I give it on rent. Yes. So now what I do is I have already purchased a new JCB right now. So I know that after 10 years I need to purchase it again. And this is not my construction line, is not my sole business. So I have to make sure that after 10 years, I have to make sure that I have a good functioning JCB again to rent, right? So what I'll do is I'll start saving from today so that I can buy a JCB after the end of 10 years. And I also need to keep in mind that the inflation will is also there. So the cost will increase. Yes or no? So keeping those things in consideration, I'm going to start saving from today so that at the end of 10 years, I can purchase that asset, yes, without actually drawing money from whatever business I'm running again along with it. Yes. So this is what I already have a future thing in my mind. So this is future value, but with a specific purpose. So that comes under sinking fund. Then again, this loan question will come. I'm going to pay it under monthly. So the EMI situation will come. Then again, I'll have this JCB suppose itself. Suppose I am now in a construction line. Either I can take the equipment at rent. So every month I'm costing say 20,000, 30,000, or and that structure goes on say 7-8 years. Or I can buy the equipment myself for 10 lakh or 12 lakh or whatever is the cost. The shelf life is say 7-8 years. Now I need to make a decision of whether I should take that equipment under rent from someone or I should actually buy that equipment. So this investment structure, whether I should actually make this investment or not, whether I should actually buy this asset or not, or I should avoid buying it and take it on lease or take it on rent. This scenario will deal with the same concept. Or I have a land, whether I should give, suppose flat, I should give it on rent or I should sell it out, right? What should I do? Whether I should lease my rent, property or I should sell it out. So this structure again I have to decide. Then comes giving loan to companies at bonds and everything. Then we'll come to a scenario where we are also going to consider the rate of inflation, the growth rate also. So we are going to do applications of annuity after this. Yes, we'll continue that in our next session. Please revise this and sit for the test.
Thank you, ma'am.